Hi everyone, my name's Pieta Valentine. I've written 2 books, The Resident's Voice from a Dementia Unit and The Resident's Rise from a Dementia Unit. Today's session is on the magic of music in a dementia facility. So music is a really big deal for this generation, especially the piano and the sing-alongs, because most people in facilities here in New Zealand where I worked are in their mid-80s, 83, 84 being about the average age. So those women, majority being women and most with Alzheimer's, those women have been part of that generation where the sing-alongs were a really big deal. It was their primary entertainment. The piano being the centre of the home in the main fancy lounge, and then everyone would gather around the pianist and sing along. This was before record players and cassettes and CDs and stereos and everything else came in. Live entertainment with the piano was the thing. I mean, even pianos used to be brought over from London, England, with the settlers, the pioneers. Their piano, their precious piano, was lugged all the way on the ship, half the world away, from England to New Zealand, and then, dragged over the sand and shells and whatever, and, because we're all sea, aren't we? The island, they'd have to be dragged over the ocean somehow, over the shores, to some backdrop sort of hillbilly station where they were clearing the land to create farms. So the piano would arrive intact. Incredible. That and the silver, the family silver, the first 2 things, and the teacups, for the tea, cup of tea, and all of that. So at least you could have your music, you could have a cup of tea, and you could make a nice cake, and everyone could be entertained. Those were the days, my friend. We thought they'd never end, that being one of the favourite songs of the time. So all these songs, the residents know, that are easy to play piano songs, and everyone around can just sing along easily. It was such fun. When you can link into that and the singing associated with that, they totally love it. And actually, again, the smart TV helps here, because you can have the karaoke songs, their favourite songs up on the screen, and then the subtitles below, and you can sing along to that. So that what often happens is that they'll remember part of the song and the chorus often, but then they can also, those that can read the subtitles at the base of the screen, and then the activities coordinator is singing along as well and standing up emceeing by the screen. 90% of people will follow along with those old piano songs, those old songs that they used to play back then, party songs. And so if you can just link in even with one song, a favourite song that everyone knows, that can really bring the spirit of the group forward. You can sing that every day, actually. Well, that's what I used to do, the start of every day. I'd sing with the residents Daisy Daisy. That's one of our big songs in New Zealand that everyone knows. Even the really shut down residents would sing along a little bit with this one. I won't sing it, but Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. I mean, everyone knows that song of that age group. They used to play it around the piano, and it's just it's an easy, relaxing, non-complicated song to sing. Everyone knows it, and it's just good fun, plain good fun. So if you can facilitate sing-alongs with the residents any time of day or night, and especially at the start of the day to get everyone moving. A good song, a good sing-along is the way to go. And same with any, country out there, your favourite, it could be a national anthem or a favourite, like in Australia, it's Waltzing Matilda. Everyone knows that one. And so every country will have their own song that people know. So it's good to start to go with that. And it doesn't matter how many times you repeat it. Sing along every day, or repeat the song 2, 3, 4 times. I mean, the whole thing is to get the energy and it's good for their vocal confidence and their vocal ability, because if residents have been shut down and shut off, with dementia, and with, low confidence and all the rest of it for some time, it actually takes quite a bit of effort for them to start using their vocal cords again, and to speak. They've been used to that monastic silence, peacefully isolating themselves and not saying a thing to anyone, and then to be encouraged, to speak again can be quite a big deal. And that's why their voices are so soft often, because they're not used to speaking. They've just sort of withdrawn completely. So it's like a whisper initially often when they start speaking. But if you can get them singing and using their vocal cords and get them to throw out their voice, which I always did, throw out your voice, sing louder, get them to throw out their voice, that gets their whole vocal, anatomy geared up, so that with that range that they can develop through singing and that volume and that, sound, they can bring that vigor from the singing then into the vigor of speaking, and chances are they will be able to speak more loudly. So because of that, I used to do Daisy Daisy every day at the start of the day, and that definitely helped with their speaking ability. So, singing them, the main thing being, bring in the songs that they like, the singers that they like, because when there's that heartfelt connection, or they just love Neil Diamond and Caroline, Sweet Caroline, for example. They used to love that Sweet Caroline with Neil Diamond, the blue sparkly jacket and the long slim legs, and him sort of singing Sweet Caroline. There was actually a lady at the unit that I worked at who, her name was Caroline, actually, as it happened, quite a common name of that era. She never used to come to anything. She didn't engage at all, except, of course, when Neil Diamond was singing Sweet Caroline, her song. It was just lovely to see her sit there in awe and admiration of, Neil Diamond singing to her, of course. So, there's so much you can do with music, and there's so many people that are so talented with music, bringing that magic back. I think probably the favourite entertainer of all time for the residents of that age was the magnificent and wonderful Elvis Presley. You can't get better than Elvis Presley for these women. And he has such a serenading, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful voice. And there's many, videos of him singing on Netflix, and of course his voice as well with the karaoke. So many songs are recorded with Elvis singing them. So, that's a vast range of entertainment that residents can have. So this is how the magic of music can really infuse a lot of spirit to a dementia unit, as well as live entertainers. Many facilities have live entertainers who come in once a week to sing, and that's fantastic. They all love that, but that can't be done every hour of the day. But an hour of music can be done every day, where they can sing along and enjoy themselves and partake. And it's like a form of communication in a way, isn't it? Like when you're singing, it's not that you're actually talking to the other person, but you're singing with them. Like there's a sense of communication and participation and connection with singing, which the person might not be confident enough to bring through into speech, but they can do it with, indirectly through singing along with the person that's sitting next to them. So there's so many benefits to music, and the magic of music plays a big part with being able to animate our dementia units and bring that spark back and that quality of life back for these people to be able to have a better chance of happiness in these places. So thank you for your likes and support and everything for this platform. I really appreciate it. And I take note of everything that you're saying, doing, and liking out there. Thank you.